Hey, welcome. This is G Allastrology, and this is the reading for Gemini, October 2019. We are going to talk, I keep saying we because Miss A is usually here, but she is doing some continuing educational things for herself right now, other than the fact that she's also a college professor. So you guys are stuck with me until she returns. This is a video for Gemini for the month of October 2019. Gemini, you have, okay, so for Geminis, you have a fifth house, which is all about fun, romance, relationships, right? Having a good time, entertainment, risk-taking. Okay, Geminis, I never really thought about this. There's so many different things to talk about in astrology, but for this particular Gemini's chart that I'm looking at, you have quite a bit of Scorpio in your fifth house. So in the house of risk-taking, I want you to be really careful, okay? I want you to be extremely cautious, okay? You also, Gemini rising, basically, you're going to have this desire to be very physical romantically, okay? You have the Sun and Mars in that house right now. And it's in the you also have this other energy involved where it's all about significant one-on-one relationships, okay? And it's in the house of let's have a good time, and it's in the house of romantic, romantic events, romantic getaways. Be careful if you're not looking to have a baby. Seriously, I would not joke about this at all. I am so serious because the individual's chart I'm looking at is not a married individual. Is an individual that I know is still living at home, and you would want to be exceedingly careful. There is so much energy in the area of your chart of children, fun, joy, entertainment, and taking risks. There's an ass load of energy here. Okay, you have Venus there also, you have Mercury there in Scorpio also, and so there's this, oh my God, there is this, I want to connect in a very intimate way, and then you also have Mars there who's saying, let's do it physically. Please be smart. That's all I can tell you. Please be smart. Please, think things through first. Don't let Mars control you, which is, let's just do and think about it later. No, don't do that. I'm just telling you, please, please hear what I'm saying. And please think things through, okay? Because the difficult thing for Geminis at this time is that the thinking process is in Scorpio with Venus. Now, Venus and Mercury are like siblings. So you know how it is when you're talking to your brother or your sister or someone who you feels like a brother or sister, you just kind of understand each other, right? You get it. And so you're both talking about the same things and you both get the same things. So there's no outside objective voice in your head saying, are you sure you want to do that? This could happen, right? There's nothing like that significantly. However, actually, for you at this time, your saving grace, believe it or not, the saving grace, believe it or not, is going to be just get past the emotional full moon, please. The full moon in Aries for you, Gemini, is happening. It's actually going to be happening. It's happening in your 11th house. Okay, 11th house is groups, is our social circles, is our tribe. So you're going to be super emotional. It's going to be important to you to be within a group. At the same time, there's going to be something that comes up where you're feeling like, well, what about me? I am not being focused on. I am not being talked about. I am not being looked at. The spotlight is not on me. And I'm the leader of this group. you know. So be smart. Aries has a tendency to act before thinking, okay? They leap before they look. So you want to incorporate more thinking, okay? Understand this in advance and you'll probably be fine, okay? Keep the emotions low, all right? Don't let the emotions override the thinking because that's typically what happens. Now I want to move along to, Gemini, a little bit. Let me give you some, physical. Yeah, that's the other thought. Maybe I should go backwards a little bit. Since you want to be physical, do it in ways where, yes, you're involving somebody else, but it doesn't have to be sex. Seriously. Spar. You know what I'm saying? Get in a ring. Spar. You know, do something that can be a physical activity. Sports, football. It involves other people, right? I said spar because it's a one-on-one activity. I'm not telling you to go box somebody, but maybe you already do that kind of thing. Maybe, you know, fencing, you know. I mean, something that is kind of like a physical competitive thing, because you're going to have this very, you know, where you have this happening in this house, it's a house not just of risk-taking, but it's a house of athleticism. And you have Mars there and the sun there. And so you're really, really going to feel like I should be doing something physically with my body with another person, okay? So when you think that through, you think to myself, well, what do I want to do with another person? Which if I don't want to have a baby, well, then I know this isn't part of that, and I got to take this and move it away because it can't be in the bucket of options. I got to fill this bucket of options up with safe, one-on-one physical activities, okay? Because I would recommend go outside, go bike riding with a partner, right? Maybe have a workout partner, go to the gym, right? Maybe have a partner that you can get out and hit some, you know, get to the woods and maybe do some running, you know, on the dirt or something. You know, I don't know, whatever it is that you're into. And I could figure it out, but I'm not going to do that right now because these are free monthly readings and I got to stay focused and yeah, anyhow. So also do something that involves children. That might help. You know, not having children, but something that involves other children. You know, maybe you're teaching somebody something. Maybe you're coaching, right? A sport or an artistic activity. Because this is in the house of Leo, right? Leo is artistic, all right? Crafting. Definitely take this energy and maybe do some crafting, okay? I know I'm struggling with the whole bifocal piss. I don't even want to get into it. Now, well, I'm not going to go there. I was going to say dating. Other people are going to be coming to you and say, hey, let's do this. Let's do this. Just remember, if you're smart, if you know you have a hard time keeping yourself under control, and I could understand why, looking at the energy that you have right now, just stay in groups. How's that? Stay in groups. You know, go play volleyball, right? Try something like that. Let me see. Let's move along now. So at the end of the month, this is what's kind of good about this, knowing this in advance. At the end of the month, that awesomeness that you felt, the attraction that you wanted to get physically intimate with somebody, you're actually going to have a clash. I'm saying this is good because the person's chart I'm looking at, God, I don't want something to happen. So yeah, I would rather that they have this clash and not get along so well and have to work really hard to get along with that partner that they were really attracted to and that they were romantically considering. At the end of the month, there's going to be some rough waters. Okay, all that symbiotic, like yeah, we just want to be around each other all the time and all this stuff. There's going to be a little bit more work involved. You're going to have to work a lot harder to be able to accomplish that same. You can never go back to what things were, right? Each moment is atomic and fresh and new. But you're going to be finding yourself maybe like, gosh, what the hell happened? It was not like this at the beginning of the month. It was so much easier. It's going to be a lot more work. Like I explained earlier, it's a Mars facing off with Saturn. And so automatically that means that there might be an escalation, Disagreements could go into arguments, and arguments could escalate into altercations. We don't want to face any of that. Nothing is so serious that needs to be an altercation. Okay, people? So for you, Gemini, specifically, yeah, you're going to have to work more with your partner, but the specific square is going to come in, that extra work that you're going to have to do for the Geminis. The extra work at the end of the month is going to be affecting you. I'm sorry, hold on. Your chart totally disappeared. Okay, it's looking like it's going to be connected with, well, no, it's still all about one-on-one relationships and intimacy for you. Okay. So that is still very much square. It is totally going to be about my one-on-one relationships, but then there can also be something involved with work too, with your one-on-one relationships and your work one-on-one relationships, where there's somehow a friction and a tension, and you have to just work harder. Instead of just taking 2 or 3 steps to get to the product and get to the conclusion, you got to take like 10 or 15 steps, okay? So there's more tension there. And the tension isn't helped by the fact that Uranus is going to be a very big deal at this time. Remember, this is like the 28th, around the end of the month, and actually going into November, because we're coming upon a Mercury retrograde, which means we have to actually literally reread things, go through the directions again, have the discussion again, okay? You might have to literally start from step 1 again. You know what I mean? You might have to find yourself going back to step 1 multiple times. Expect that things are going to take longer to accomplish. So Uranus, the planet of individuality, of shocks and surprises, of bringing things to our awareness that we were never aware of before, this is going to be happening at this time, okay, towards the end of the month. And it just means to stay flexible. Be aware that your idea of how something was supposed to be, or how it was at the beginning of the month, is probably going to be different come the end of the month because of an additional piece of new information that's going to come along, okay? And so you just got to be flexible. That's kind of what this has all been about, is all of our abilities to learn, to kind of learn to be able to go with the flow while at the same time retaining a strong sense of ourself and not sacrificing our identity and our originality and who we are. All right? So that's a wrap for you, Taurus.